Alright, firing off our last round. I have to keep this. If we draw any land, it's so good. We can play the Sentry, the Salivating Gremlins, and the Brazen Scourge off of just a mountain. If we can get a mountain and an island, we can play everything but the Gear Seeker. Yeah, alright, perfect. Now the hand looks really strong. Starting off with the Brazen Scourge is nice. I wish I had a 2-drop, but that's acceptable, I think, to not have one. Green. Let's hope it's not Long Tusk Cub. Alright, Sage of Shiala's Claim is acceptable. Play another mountain, pass. And we get to go Scourge into Sky Whale. It's a very strong start. I'm hoping that it's enough to kind of run our opponent over. This is a hand where I'd have loved to have gone first, because going first here would be a huge advantage. Kujar Seed Sculptor. Huh. They didn't... I guess they really wanted to put it on that to make it a 2-3. I was really expecting that would go on the Sage just to deal us more damage. Alright, I can stop drawing land now. I think we're good. 5 mana is pretty good for what we want right now. That being said, I mean, I guess it's not that bad if I draw more, because I can go 4 into, like, turn 6. I can play both if we find something else to play. Or I might be able to, like, Janjeet Sentry and play a 2-drop on turn 5. See what happens. I'm trading 3 for 4. Ooh, I was going to say, but I think that's okay because I'm following it up with the Longfin Sky Whale, but I guess not, because Pema Outrider is nasty. Alright, so we're taking 4 down to 10, and we can hit back with Longfin Sky Whale. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have a bunch of removal spells. Ballista Charger is pretty good. It'll be able to block the Outrider and just pick off the Sage of Shiala's Claim when I need to. Definitely worried about a removal spell here, though, for the Brazen. Yep. That's so bad. Alright, take a million. So I'm down to 1 if I just play the Ballista Charger, but I think that's our best option. So I play the Ballista and pass, use the Longfin Sky Whale on defense. Not where I wanted to be. Hunt the Weak was a great end card. I could have maybe played like a Janjeet Sentry or Gremlins instead, although I wouldn't be able to equip the Ballista Charger now then. I would have just been able to block last turn. Oh, wow. That is so sick. Alright. One hell of a hand from our opponent. Just an incredible curve. Really well played, too. Alright. Nothing I could do about that, I don't think. Playing down like a Gremlins or the Sentry would have let us block an extra turn, but I still wouldn't have been blocking the Pem Outrider, and I wouldn't have been able to use the Ballista Charger to block afterwards. The Sky Whale, if it actually stuck around, would have been able to, you know, do something about this equipping the Charger, but man. Opponent just had removal, and excellent curve of creatures. Just like 2-drop, 2-drop, 4-drop, removal, kill you. Nothing you can do about some of those games. You just have to have a better hand. And we didn't. I don't see a lot of great trades to make either for the deck. I don't think we want like an Aether trade wins against them. But we're kind of stuck with where we're at. So I'll slam it back. And I'm hoping that we can get a really good curve for our turn where we get to go first. I'd love to see like Lathnu Hellion into the Sky Whale. Something like that would be really nice. I maybe wanted to put in, instead of the Glass Blowers, just put in like a Curio Vendor as a blocker. It doesn't block the stupid 2-3 Seed Sculptor or the like Pema Outrider or anything well. Like, I don't know. I guess that it trades its Sage of Shiala's Claim, but am I really worried about that card? That wasn't the problem. The problem was the Pema Outrider. The card is very good. Yeah, we'll keep this. Dukara Peafowl is good on defense. A little bit awkward that we don't have 2 mountains, but we'll make that work. We can play everything else in our hand but the Brazen Scourge. And I think that means that this is more than acceptable. Another Peafowl. Okay. I still have another turn to draw a mountain, too. It's certainly possible that we just draw a mountain and Brazen Scourge here. Or we draw an island, which is not great by any means. Really not what we need to draw. At least the Salivating Gremlins does get the advantage of triggering off the Peafowl, so it's not that much worse than Scourge. Wow, 6 starts from our opponent. It's fine. At least the Dukara Peafowl kind of stops that forever. And we get to attack back for 4, so it's not actually that bad for us yet. We're dealing a little bit more damage here, and we can continue to keep the pressure on the Self-Assembler. Opponent doesn't have double green right now, so there's no worry about the stupid Pema Outrider. Oh, man. Ovaya, though? Oof. Alright. We're in so much trouble. Our opponent's deck is very good, and it's just absolutely, like, all gas. Just running like you wouldn't believe. This is a well-oiled machine currently. Opponent's draws have been super strong. I don't think that our deck is even capable of a draw like our opponent's, though. Still going to attack the Gremlins. I'll trade it off for the Sage. I just want them to have less creatures. This Ovaya is a little bit worse. Making like 5/5s off of Ovaya is not where I want it to be. Yeah, they can make a 4/4 right now. That's so absurd. I don't think we can beat this card. I need to find a way to kill it right now. Like, I need to draw a Malfunction, and that would possibly let us win. But anything else, and I think we're just dead over 2 turns. Once they've used Ovaya for 2 or 3 turns, I don't see a way for us to get out of this. Oh, they're not using Ovaya? They're using Hunt the Weak. I mean, alright, that's very strong. It's still bad for us, but it could have been worse. Play another Self-Assembler and fly the Peafowl over. I've got to end this game fast because I can't beat Ovaya. If that card just gets to start tapping for 5 over and over and over, I can't win. There's no way I can beat it. It's totally absurd. Another mountain, and I can Brazen Scourge, Lathnu Hellion, and Peafowl activate in the turn. What is this? Pima Outrider. Okay. See, here, I feel like our opponent should just make a token. They could make a 4/4, and they'd use their mana more efficiently, and they'd keep their card in their hand. So if I have some way to, like, wipe the board or something, it's just better for them. I don't understand why you do that. I don't know, to me that seems like an easy choice. Here, I'm just going to play another Peafowl. Activate the one that we have, and try and fly over for the win. Self-Assembler doesn't look particularly good on the attack here. At least it's keeping back things like Blade Master. You can trade with the Pema Outrider. I think the opponent's really making mistakes with Sylvia. They should have just been playing it over and over. The Hunt the Weak, I can see, but, like, this Outrider makes no sense. And not playing it for the Fabricate, in a way, doesn't make sense either, because you can actually use Ovaya to make larger and larger creatures then. Alright. I guess it'd be a 3/3. Still, I'd at least make this as a Fabricate, I would think. I don't know. It's weird. So, Lathnu and Brazen Scourge. I can Lathnu and attack. And I think that's what we'll do. Really wish one of these is a mountain. Although it would be even better as if one of them was a gas. And smash in. We might get our opponent to attack us all out back so we can Brazen Scourge. Get some extra damage in. We'll see. I imagine they don't because Avaya is just not something you want to be attacking with. It's something you want to activate. And they'll want to activate it at the end of our turn, not in the middle of their turn. Or I'm wrong. Or they'll just attack with Avaya. Alright, what do we got? High Tide Hermit. Sure. Revolutionary Rebuff. I think that means that we've got this game. I get to Brazen Scourge, activate both P-Fouls, put our opponent to 2, so either the P-Fouls is lethal, and I have the rebuff as prevention against, like, some big blowout card. I can chump with this on a 4/4 and just take 6. I don't think there's a lot of artifacts that'll get them out of this. Even like a Torrential Gear Hulk doesn't do it because they don't have any instants in their graveyard. And a 5/6 on the ground isn't what we're worried about. We're worried about a flyer. If they have an artifact flyer like their own Dukara P-Foul, that helps, but it's not enough. They need 2 blockers. Alright, sweet. Worked out quite well. The flyers just got there. Opponent's deck is good, though. Avaya is just so nasty. That was only game 1, I think. I'm a little bit sick, like I said, so no, that was game 2. Yeah, because our opponent played the first game, and then we drew second. Yeah, I still don't have any great changes to make. Yeah, the first game our opponent curved out into Pem Outrider and just crushed us. So this is the big one. Well, we got a starting Lathnu Hellion and our opponent mulligan to 6. I can't complain about this. We have to draw some non-lands, that's for sure. But if we can do that, it looks really good. I don't know why I even say it. I just should keep my mouth shut. Yeah, that's not what I need. Really not what I need. I'm desperately looking for anything that's not land. 2 lands in a row there is very miserable. Lathnu Hellion of their own. Alright. Had not seen any red splash and hadn't seen Lathnu Hellion. Huh. Alright. That's not awkward. So Hellion on Hellion action. 3 lands in a row might just honestly bury us here. I'll probably use the Aether Theorist and chump their Lathnu. Ugh. Keeps the other 2 energy to keep our Lathnu alive. This draw is very miserable right now. Block and scry. Do I want to do that? I think I do. I want to use the energy for the Lathnu. And I don't want to take the 4 here because I just need to survive. Yeah, Revolutionary Rebuff just isn't going to do it. I need a creature. I'm really hoping our opponent doesn't have something great here. P-Foul is actually quite strong. And another land. Alright. Kind of wish I still had that Revolutionary Rebuff now. It's better than the land. 4 land in a row is Not at all where I was hoping for this hand to go. Not at all what I was expecting either with Aether Theorist. But as it turns out, we are drawing pretty dead here. I mean, Lafnu Hellion... Yeah, now it can't even get past the P-Foul. I don't know how we're going to win this game. Not with that. Not with that. 5 lands in a row now? Yeah, 5. Yikes. I don't know what we're going to do. I think we just die in 4 turns. I mean, I can't... I have no creatures, I have no spells, and our opponent has 4 damage in play, and one of it is a 3-power flyer, plus cards in hand still. I don't know what series of cards we can draw here that actually wins us this game. Maybe if we draw Dukara P-Foul right now and our opponent has nothing. Fire Forger's Puzzle Knot. Ugh. Alright. Well, it's not a land. We can kill this Seed Sculptor, and that gives us a little bit of extra time. This is so bad. Gonna save it? Aether Trade wins. Sure. Alright. It's really bad for us. Alright. I mean, the thing is, it doesn't really matter. They returned to land. They didn't actually have anything to get value off of us with. Okay. Well, I guess that we just are not fated to win this game, because this is not going at all well. There's no way that this is realistic. We can't possibly win games like this. This is so bad. And that is the end. Even with a flyer, all of our flyers are too small. They just end up chump blocking this. So I guess that's the game. We did finally draw a non-land. Wow. That was something. Well, very interesting start to our red-blue artifact energy kind of deck. I'll see what it looks like on the revisit. This is a very mediocre version of the deck, so I'd like to go back and redo this one, have another crack at it and getting a better deck. I'm hoping that we can get a lot more stuff with energy, like Whirler Virtuoso, and kind of get the decoction module and stuff going with that. But we'll see what happens. I mean, this was not at all where we wanted to end up, and we had some pretty awkward draws. This game was hilarious. We just drew a million lands. So hopefully next time we'll have a little bit more luck and get a bit of a better deck, draft a little bit better. And I'll see you on the next episode of Full Force. Remember to check out Twitter at IlyonMTG. I'll be putting up a poll where we can vote for the next archetype that we're going to draft, and I'll see you then. Camball Council of Allocation. Well, it's in our colors, and it is rare. It seems pretty decent. I mean, a 2/3 that drains them every single time they try and kill it. Pretty nice.